You're about to see images never captured on camera. Until now. From deep in the lush green jungles of Africa comes the story of one of this continent's oldest living tribes.
We used to live like animals in the jungle.
Jovanis Nyirakayanje is a Batwa Pygmy. For centuries, her people were rainforest dwellers.
We smoked, we drank, we performed witchcraft. We were devil worshippers.
Dr. Scott Kellerman, an American physician, is studying the Batwa people.
They're very diminutive. They're only 4.5 feet in height. They typically hunted with poison-tip arrows or nets, collect fruit from the trees or roots from the ground.
Their life revolved around the Bwindi forest of southwestern Uganda.
And actually, they were pre-Stone Age. They had no stone implements. So that's the reason very few records are found of the Batwa.
The Batwa were known as the keepers of the forest, but that all dramatically changed back in 1992 when the government here in the Ugandan capital city of Kampala decided to turn their habitat into a national park and a World Heritage Site for endangered mountain gorillas. There are about 750 mountain gorillas in the world, and 350 live within the Bwindi forest.
So the result was it was made a World Heritage Site, and the Batwa were evicted from the forest.
After centuries of living in caves and trees, the Batwa became conservation refugees. With no title to land, no food, no clothing, no shelter, thousands of them walked out of the jungle to a world that turned against them.
The people could not even give them what to do because they thought maybe these Batwa, the pygmies, are like animals.
Tugumi Gerald and his wife Barbara decided to help some of the Batwa. They moved from their home in Uganda's capital to the small village of Kisoro on the edge of the Equatorial jungle to begin a ministry among the Pygmies.
I began by preaching the message of hope to the hopeless.
Hundreds of Batwa Pygmies heard about Jesus for the very first time. Jovanis Nyirakayanje was one of Gerald's first converts.
It was the first time anyone had ever told us about Jesus. We were servants of the devil. But then we heard Christ died for our sins, and that changed our lives.
I baptize you
On this day,
in the nname of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
37 responded to the gospel message and got baptized in a river. Gerald says miracles are also happening among the Batwa. People diagnosed with HIV/AIDS are getting healed. A pygmy girl on the verge of death given new life.
They brought the child here. She was dead almost. They started praying for her. They prayed. Actually, they prayed for 5 hours. I was around. I couldn't believe. I was there myself. The child got healed.
It all led to this. The first ever Batwa Pygmy church in the region.
At times we get up to 1,000 pygmies who come to attend the church. Hello.
They also run a school for pygmy children. And parents, once animal hunters, are learning to be farmers. But the needs here are enormous.
If you can imagine poverty, which exists everywhere in the world, yet these are the poorest of the poor.
After making several trips out here, Tino Kahush, a documentary producer and Regent University graduate, decided to get involved. He got a handful of churches in Sweden to partner with Batwa Christians.
What I like about this ministry, it's run by the Batwa Pygmies themselves. They have formed a board, they are caring for their own people, and we just want to empower them and give them some resources to stand on their feet.
No one knows for sure, but it's estimated that there are still tens of thousands of Batwa who have yet to hear the name of Jesus Christ.
Just as Christ did for me, I believe his message of salvation is going to change the lives of my tribe.
In the meantime, Gerald welcomes Christians from around the world to join him in the adventure of reaching one of the most unreached people groups in the world.
We need people to stand with us in prayers so that God may use us more to reach as many pygmies as possible.
George Thomas, CBN News, Uganda.